Hey guys, this is Jada again. Today I want to talk about one of my favorite topics, which is astrology. So I'm a Scorpio, and I'm going to talk about what I think of every sign from a Scorpio's perspective. I looked at the birthdays of like everyone on my Facebook list, and I was trying to see what everybody had in common, and also I just thought about my friends and family that I know of these signs. And so here is my personal opinion of what these signs are like in my experience. So this doesn't necessarily mean that this is what you're like. I'm not like an astrologist, but this is my opinion on these signs. So let's just start from the beginning with Aries. I'm just gonna go in order. Aries, they compliment people a lot. They tell everyone that they love them and love to tell everyone they know how great they are. They really enjoy trying to make people laugh, like they make an effort to try and be funny. One bad thing is that they kind of let negative thoughts take over them and they'll kind of disappear for a while sometimes. So like if something is stressing them out, they'll just close everyone off and just be gone. Like they'll kind of disappear and do their own thing, but if you're able to go through to them and talk to them, then they're just gonna like vent and tell you like all their problems. It's kind of interesting. They're also the kind of friend that just kind of like disappears for months sometimes and then they just pop back up. Like you won't talk to them for like 3 months and you're like, I guess we're not friends anymore maybe. And then they just like message you one day and they're like, oh my god, I miss you so much, how are you, we have to hang out. And you like hang out with them once or twice or something and then they disappear. They're still thinking of you, but they're kind of doing their own thing. And then they come back and then they go and come. They still think you're great, but they're just not good at keeping in touch. Taurus. Tauruses are probably the most organized people I've met. When they go out, they look very put together. They don't go out looking messy. They're always like very neatly dressed. Their houses are probably pretty neat. Even like the food that they eat, if they cook something, they want it to look beautiful. They're very good at planning things. They might even like have a little planner and like plan everything out. You go on vacation with them, they know what they want to do every single day. If they have like assignments and they're in school, they're good at getting it done. They're really good at organizing themselves and other people, and they're pretty good leaders because they do like to take charge, but they'll also take other people's opinions into consideration. They're not just gonna be like dictators. Gemini, they are really fun people. They have a really good sense of humor and they just laugh at like everything. I don't think I know any sign that laughs more than a Gemini, just at everything, just like everything's just funny to them. They like to talk a lot about themselves, but they also listen and they'll still ask you questions about you, but they do really enjoy talking about themselves. If they feel like someone's doing them wrong, they're not afraid to speak up and be assertive. And if they're upset, you can tell on their face like that they're visibly angry. So the thing about the Gemini is that there are two sides of them. A lot of people say they're two-faced or have split personalities or whatever. In my experience, the two sides are the very charismatic, friendly, laughing, like super like wanting to go out and have fun and do things side of the Gemini. And then there's the other side that's very like dramatic and emotional and they just want to chill at home and just relax and sleep and just watch a movie, and they're just like, it's like one way or the other, like charismatic, let's hang out with people, let's do something fun, or just like, I don't want to see anyone, I just want to lie down, eat some food, and not be bothered. Cancers love to meet new people and start conversations. Sometimes they talk a little bit too much, but they're not talkative in like an annoying way. They're kind of like relaxed and they have just a very like calm energy at the same time. They're not very loud people. They just like to listen to you, and I don't know, I don't have a lot to say about this sign. I don't know many Cancers. I've always been just acquaintances with Cancers for some reason. Like I really like them and I get along with them, but I don't know, I just don't like get any kind of deep connection when I talk to them. I don't know what it is, but I do really like Cancers. They are always like really nice, pleasant people. So while I was editing this, I was like, am I forgetting someone? And then I realized, oh no, Leo. I just skipped right over you guys. I'm so sorry. I do really like you guys, Leos, though. You're probably the sign that's most likely to be extroverted. All the Leos that I've met, you can ask them literally anything and they're just open and they love to just share everything. They're very social. They're likely to be the one to throw parties, and they'll definitely show up to other people's parties. They talk to everyone in the room, and they're really good at bringing people together and introducing people to each other. They're also really confident, and they're good leaders. And all the Leos that I've met have a really loud, distinct laugh. Like, they're always laughing, and they just really enjoy other people's company. They're just a really fun, life of the party kind of people. Virgos, they are good at listening. They're easy to persuade. So let's say you want to go to a restaurant, they don't really want to go. You can probably persuade a Virgo to go along with you and just do whatever you want to do. But don't use that power for evil. They're very calm people, not very assertive, and they don't like to upset people. They like to just be like keeping peace within everybody. They don't like to make people angry. They kind of just go along with things, I've noticed. They also can be very indecisive. So if you're trying to go to a restaurant or shop and choose between things, it's gonna take a little while when you're with a Virgo. Libra. I was so happy when I found out that my son was going to be a Libra. Libras are just like a ray of sunshine. They're always in a good mood and always smiling. Like, literally every Libra I've met, like, they'll be like, hey, how are you today? They're super happy to see you and friendly. You're like, oh, how was your day today? And they're like, oh, it was pretty bad. Like, my whole house flooded and I lost my keys. And they'll just say like all these bad things that happen, but then they'll still be smiling and laughing, and like they'll just make jokes out of things. And they're just like very positive people that just don't let bad things bring them down. Like, something sucks, but they'll be laughing while they tell you how much something sucks. Like, they're just very cheerful people, very charismatic. They often talk pretty loudly. They get along with everyone, and they also seem very sure of themselves and everything they do. Scorpio, that's me. I love Scorpios. I have more Scorpio friends than anything else. And maybe I just like Scorpio so much because not only is my sun sign a Scorpio, but I have a lot of Scorpio in my chart in general. So Scorpios don't talk a lot about deep personal things. I might like to talk about myself and tell you, oh, today I went to the amusement park and it was so great. I went on this vacation. Like, we love to talk about ourselves in that way. But like, if we are stressed out or sad or something, like, nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna see it on our faces. We like to have deep conversations, but not when it's about us. Scorpios are also pretty calm people, not overly talkative, not overly loud. Scorpios listen a lot and observe people. Many Scorpios are also creative and a little bit alternative. Like, more than anything, the people that I know who have like dyed hair and listen to like alternative music and paint and things like that. Like, a lot of really like alternative looking people that I know seem to be Scorpios. They just like darkness and things like vampires and witches and things like that. The look on Scorpios' faces when you see them walking around, not all of them, but a lot of Scorpios just have this very like unamused look on their face. Like, I don't think Scorpios are the most approachable people a lot of the time. And another positive thing about Scorpios is that we are very good at keeping in touch with people. If you make an effort to keep in touch with a Scorpio, they will make an effort to keep in touch with you. They're not going to be the person that kind of disappears. They're always going to be there for you. I don't know many Sagittariuses, but the ones that I've met are all very polite, very pleasant people. Don't disrupt people. They're just very like peaceful, happy, really good, positive energy. Like, they just have like a very warm energy. They like to learn about people. They'll ask you about yourself and you get really good reactions too. Like, if you're telling them about like a vacation that you went on, they'll be like, oh my god, that's so awesome. Like, they're the person to tell because they'll like bounce off your energy and be excited for you. They're also kind of like the lone wolf kind of person, in my opinion. Like, they'll have a friend group, but they'll also kind of like go off and do their own thing. So if you're like at the mall with them, they're like, oh hey, I'm gonna check out this store, I'll meet you guys later. Like, they kind of do their own thing but they still enjoy other people. They just kind of move and change. A lot of the Sagittariuses that I know have like moved to a different state or country or traveled a lot. Capricorn, they seem kind of quiet at first, but once you get to know them, they will love to talk. You can have hours of deep conversations with a Capricorn. They think a lot about current events. They want to know what your opinion is on it, and they want to tell you about their opinion, because they probably have pretty strong views. Another fun thing about Capricorns is that the ones that I've met, they just think it's funny to use slang terms. Like, I don't know what it is, but like all the Capricorns I know, like if there's a new like phrase that people are saying, they think it's so hilarious to like say it and use it all the time. Aquariuses. I like Aquariuses. You have pretty fun and unique conversations when you talk to them. They're a little bit different than other people in that way. You can kind of jump from topic to topic a lot with them. They don't really try to be funny, but they naturally kind of throw little funny things in conversation. Like, it's just kind of part of their personality. They're not really making an effort to be hilarious or anything like that. Aquariuses love to hear drama and know everything that's going on. And if something controversial is happening, like, they love to know, and they just find it so entertaining. But they are not going to be the ones in the middle of it. Like, they don't really cause any trouble. They're pretty peaceful people, but they like to know what's going on. And last, there's Pisces. I really like Pisces. I've always had like an instant connection with those people. All of the ones I've met are very creative people, whether they paint or do music or photography. They're very laid-back people, and they like to have deep conversations. They have a lot of good friends, but they also like their alone time. They like to just do their own thing and not be bothered. They just love to have their me time. So that's my opinion as a Scorpio of all of the zodiac signs. Let me know in the comments which zodiac sign you are and if I described your personality. All right, thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe, and I'll see you next Friday. Bye.